Hi, it's Julie with Joy Dog Yoga. Thank you for joining me today for part 3 of the Joint Freeing series. And as usual, let's start focusing on our breath and trying to help ourselves be as present in this practice as possible. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Follow the inhales and the exhales. Sitting with that axial extension, nice long spine, strong spine. And then open the eyes. And we'll pick up where we left off on the last one, where we did do a few wrist, just a couple of wrist exercises. And so we'll start with that again. And holding the arms out in front, we'll bring our wrists into flexion and then extension. Flexion and extension. A few more times. And extension. Flexion and extension. Flexion and extension. And the fingers can be together or apart, it doesn't really matter. One more time. All right, good. And then we're gonna bring our palms facing outward in front of us. Pinkies are touching. And then we're going to bring our fingers so that they are coming inward towards each other and then back to the original position and in again. All right, this is ulnar deviation. Very good. And last time. And now this time we'll start from this neutral position, but this time we're going to bring our fingers away from each other as if we have sand in our hands, and then we're going to let it go. So back together and then let it go. And this is radial deviation, referring to the bones in our forearms. Not important for you to know the names, just following the exercises. And one more. Very good. And if you want, you can go ahead and let those arms relax. And then bring them up and do a little rotation of the wrists. Bring a little smile to your face that releases feel-good neurochemicals in the brain, so why not, right? And then the other way. Even if you have to fake a smile, it still releases those feel-good neurochemicals in the brain. All right, and release, very good. All right, then we'll bring those arms out in front of us again. Nice long spine, axial extension. Okay, and then we're gonna bring our fingers to touch our shoulders. So I'll go to the side so you can see, bringing the arms out in front of us, but we don't have our shoulders up to our ears. The shoulders are down and relaxed, away from our ears. Spine is nice and tall. And then we're gonna bring the fingers to touch our elbows. So the elbow joint is extending and then it's flexing. Extending and flexing. Extending and flexing. Two more. extending and flexing, extending and flexing. And then you can release those arms, very good. And then coming to the shoulders, and we're gonna bring our fingers to touch our shoulders again, and we're gonna bring them out, and then we're gonna bring our elbows together, but we're moving from the shoulder joint, okay? So moving the shoulder joint open and then closer together. Out and elbows into touch. 2 more. Bring that nice smile to your face. And out and in. Very good. All right, and if it feels good, you can kind of roll those shoulders back a couple times. Now we're going to bring our arms out into a goalpost position, okay, like this, or sometimes it's referred to as cactus arms. All right, so this is external rotation, and to show you what it looks like from the side, okay, right here, so it's lined up kind of with your body, not in front of, not way back, okay? So, arms are out like this. This is external rotation of the shoulder, and then we're gonna bring our palms down, and you can do this on the floor too. So bring it up as you inhale, and down as you exhale. Up and down. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. External rotation and internal rotation. Very good. As you're doing these, remember to move within your pain-free range of motion. So if something is hurting you, there's a difference between discomfort and pain. If you have actual pain, stay away from that. So then you need to either reduce your range of motion, or if one shoulder is really hurting you today and it hurts to do much of anything, then just do it with the other arm, and that's okay, the other shoulder, and try and see if you can do a little bit tomorrow. So take care of yourself. The next, we're going to bring, you need to be seated up a little bit, so you can be on a bolster, or you can be in hero pose, okay, seated on your heels like so. Just make sure that you're sitting without slumping, so nice tall spine, axial extension. And we're going to bring those arms up into flexion, and then we're going to sweep them by our sides and bring them back into extension. And I'll do this from the side so you can tell. So up into flexion and back into extension. Up and back. Flexion and extension. Flexion and extension. Let's do 2 more. Flexion and extension. Flexion and extension. All right, very good. Release. Okay, good job. All right, and that will conclude our joint freeing series part 3 today. And then join us back here again for the final portion, part 4 of our joint freeing series. Again, these can be done daily, and you can do each and every one of them daily, or you can do just little, individual ones daily. But it would be a great practice to do the whole joint freeing series on a daily basis. and generally trying to do each exercise with a repetition of about 6 times for each side if it's separate sides. And take note in any of these joint freeing series exercises if one side is different, markedly different from the other, or if, for example, external rotation was easy, but wow, then let's say the internal rotation you really struggled with, or maybe it was great on one side, but this arm just wouldn't do it. Those are things to maybe jot down and notice, and then as you continue to do the exercises, just notice if that improves, if things kind of equalize, even out, come into balance. And if you have any questions, as always, you can email me at julie@joydogyoga.com. But thank you so much for joining me today, and have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste.